We didn't get through. Oh, I guess we did. Yeah. So now we're on 19.
No, we're on track 17.
Oh, this is a good one.
All right, so here we go.
No. Yes.
That's good stuff.
That's fine.
Awesome. It's the Doncast.
It's awesome.
Still going.
Still going, man.
Hey, it's still going, man.
Oh, wow.
Big solo.
It's a
That's
Friday
great.
night.
That came out great.
I know. Well, that's direct out of the CD player. Unfortunately, I don't have any more material of ours on CD.
Oh, listen to that. Good Lord. It's the worst intro music ever.
It really is. It really is. But if you're with
Hey, where'd you go?
a minute. Oh, hi. Sorry.
Hey.
I was trying to fade that out. But I faded myself out in the process.
Oh, goodbye.
Good evening.
Hey, what's going on, buddy?
You say hello. I say goodbye. Goo goo gajoob. It's the Doncast, episode 6, part 3, as we walk through volume 2 of the Don Loans Project.
That's right.
Jacob Snyder on the line in Bennington, Vermont.
What's up?
I'm here in Trinidad, Colorado. The sun is not even down. We're going for the 80s coming up.
Oh, it's down here. Sun's down here. Jeez.
Sun's down.
Oh, sure. I mean, we got 3 hours, you know?
2.
Yeah, sure. 17 hours. Yeah, exactly.
Mile 1700 would get you from here to there. But right now, we're going back in time.
That's right. What track are we up to on this DLP2?
Yeah, let's just fill people in. If you want to know where we started, listen to episode 1. And then we talked about Don Loans Project Volume 1 for a couple, and now we have torn through Don Loans Project Volume 2. We're talking about a collection of recordings that Jacob and I made in and around Vermont. Not around Vermont, always in Vermont. 100%.
No, in Vermont. Yeah, in Vermont.
100% Vermont. But the borderlands, 04, 05, it's about where we're landing. We've got 8 more tracks to talk about in this album, and then we've got about 8 more albums to talk about.
So that should go easy. It's fine.
So even if we're all still staying at home through, St. Paddy's Day 2021, this podcast will provide you days of entertainment.
Days and days and days and days. So we're still playing Name That Tune, though, right?
Yes, we are. Do you want to know the names of the tunes that came before?
No, let's dig right into the new one.
Here's the new one. It's the troll song.
Yeah, I think it's called Outrow-ool.
It's called Outrow-ool.
Yeah.
I mean, it is. It really is. That is the name of the song.
I a joke about there's a lyric in there about the troll, and then there was an outro that we wanted to do. So I think it's outro
right,
or something.
Right. And this was recorded, I think, first at the place in Newfane, the Pueblo, but we overdubbed it. And maybe that's volume 2, maybe that's best of.
No, we recorded that here in Bennington.
Okay. I remember that piano and the chord organ. The chord organ.
I didn't hear chord organ.
I know, but I think the original version had chord organ.
Boy, I don't know. This seems like the original version of it. Oh yeah, I love that.
So I gotta say, before we hear the conclusion of this song, I think you and I discovered each other's mutual understanding of Steely Dan around this time. It would be
It was before that. It was definitely before this.
Well, listen to your guitar work, man. Okay, so I think I'm wrong on the chord organ, but the acoustic piano has to be my wing piano that was at the Pueblo.
Yes, it definitely is. And I think we did that as an overdub.
I don't know. I know your electric guitar work is incredible over Duber.
2 guitars playing the solo, which was a favorite thing of ours to do.
And I think this song was a plateau in that we constructed some chords and the words, they're not as good as they could be as with other material from this time, but
yeah, but they're good chords, and the song structure I think is pretty good.
Right. That's why the song holds up. Here's the epic minute conclusion.
And maybe a dull song, except for the troll and the seal of our team. The seal of our team. The seal of our team.
Ah, just lovely.
That really is. That's probably the most lovely thing on this entire album. I don't know if anything else.
It's got the lyrics are like, they seem now like replacement lyrics, sort of. You know what I mean? But I think the songwriting part of it, at least from the music perspective, is pretty good.
Yeah, we hadn't done anything that tender yet. So we would go on. We would go on to tender.
Tender.
All right. Track 18, 2 minutes, 4 seconds.
All right.
5 views.
5 views.
It's history. And that's why.
Oh, boy. Man, oh, man.
Who did we think we were?
This is tough. Some tough stuff right here.
Yeah. False stop.
This is terrible.
Yes, it is.
Oh boy. Should have left this track out of this album. This is terrible.
It really is. Your drumming would become much more complex. We made great use of that tambourine.
Well,
that's your family tambourine. Don't you have a tambourine with a good story? I think that's what that is.
I actually gave that away, but yeah, I did have a tambourine. It was a tambourine that belonged, I don't remember the name of the band, but it was some band playing in the Pickle Barrel in Killington, Vermont, sometime in the mid-'70s. And if you've been in that nightclub before, they have two floors. So there's a ground floor and an upper deck, bars on both floors, and people like hang out over the top, to watch the band on the ground floor.
Last time I was taking an upper decker at the Pickle Barrel, it was you and me, and I believe I ran into Mike Gordo.
That's right. So
upper decker at the Pickle Barrel.
Upper decker at the Pickle Barrel. But they, so this band was, getting right into it and throwing the tambourine up and down, and they threw it up into the upper deck, and my mom caught it and stayed with us. And when we recorded this song, obviously we didn't have a hi-hat, so we were using a tambourine.
Profuse use of the tambourine and the trumpet. The trumpet would long go away. I don't think we'd do many trumpet overdubs after this period.
Thank God, really.
Yeah, no. I mean, I love playing the trumpet, but it also deserves practice. Now, the next track is 4 minutes and 24 seconds long, but has double the number of views as the previous.
Really? So, what was that, like 20?
16.
Ooh.
It's all live now.
That's a great song.
Here's another character song for all of you devoted fans. So put together your hands for the man. Here's another character song for all of you. Put together your hands for the man. Again. Here's another character song for all of you devoted fans. So put together your hands for the man.
So good.
Again, here's another character.
Doesn't get any worse.
All of you devoted fans. So put together your hands for the man. Here's another character song for all of you devoted fans. So put together your hands for the man.
All right, I'm going to stop it at the beat part.
Oh, yeah.
So, what do we have here? This is called the Anecdote song. Anecdote.
First instance of us making fun of ourselves, maybe?
Special circumstances surround the song.
For sure.
The woman that would become your wife was asleep behind a cloth partition, and you and I were in the kitchen, and we were getting very, very goofy, and we wrote this song, but we had to perform it very, very quietly.
That's right.
And that's why it's so quiet.
Yes. I remember that there were some other extenuating circumstances, but we don't have to get into them. We don't have to
no. The next part explains that, because as with so many songs, we decided full stop, B part.
Right. Let's hear that.
No Spanish, but a very special electronic instrument. Do you remember?
The Jaminator.
The Jaminator by Worlds of Wonder.
It was like a electric key.
So, yeah, the Jaminator was such a cool instrument, and you could like combine a button on the fretboard and a button that was where.
Yeah, it was like a poor man's keytar.
Yeah, kind of, except it had pre-programmed like riffs in it.
Yeah, riffs and like arpeggios and just all kinds of weirdness.
Right. As you heard, luckily this song was in the key of Jaminator. The key of J.
The key of J. J minor 7.
Now, if it had not been in the correct key, I'm not sure we would have cut it anyway, as per the trumpet in the previous track.
Yeah, but it's a good example of like where we would just get random gear or tech or instruments and make them work.
Right. And that organ we just heard.
Yeah, that's a great organ.
That was the Magnus.
Oh, the Magnus. I missed that thing.
It was a plastic reed air-blown organ, tabletop.
Yeah, with 3 octaves of keys, which was a lot for one of those.
Right.
And chord buttons on the left.
Oh,
wonderful piece of kit.
If you were to hand us right now a Jaminator and Magnus,
go right to work.
Write you the song in the key of J. All right, epic conclusion.
There we go. That's a song for our time.
Still going now.
Star himself.
That's right.
Right. It's okay, bud. It's okay. I'm just gonna probe you with this microphone.
Who was the dog star? Remind me.
The dog was a dog named Bear.
Right.
Family dog that was the first dog to live here, actually.
That is a song
first ever dog to live here.
First dog to live.
No other dogs have ever come before.
Oh, New England. I miss being able to say things like that. That's great. Yeah, that song, I don't know, man. You've got the disease, we've got the anecdote. What a pretentious thing to say. I mean, it was 15 years ago. It's fine. I don't care. But
it's not keeping me up at night. If that's what you're doing.
No, it's not keeping me up at night either. No, that's for sure. I'm fine with it. It's just a very strange song. And I feel like some of the recording may have taken place the next morning when I could hear the woman that would become your wife laughing as you're probing.
No, that was all that night. I remember.
That was all that night?
I remember probing the dog with the microphone.
Okay. Yeah.
Oh, no. It was like a drunken, like, take it off the mic stand, hold it up to his face, and he's like, "Oh, I'm just a dog. Please don't do that."
Oh, you know? Wait till we get to we could do a whole episode about songs about dogs.
Oh, we have a lot of them. Yeah.
Including that great one in the bonus about, what's that dog's name that showed up at your house?
The
wrote a song about
the
captain. We just got to tell the story. So a dog showed up at your house. It was winter.
Yeah, in the middle of winter, and we had some friends up, and
yeah, it was a small dog.
You and I were like up in the studio or something. I don't know what we were doing.
Yeah,
fucking around, and the friends that were already over hanging out were like, "Oh, we found this beagle like wandering around outside," and they ended up giving him a bath in the sink, and because he smelled terrible.
Right, a bath and a name, the captain.
Yeah, we called him the captain.
And then we wrote a song. Hey there, captain.
Hey there, captain. What's been happening? Have been
that one up.
It's a great track.
That is a great track. We'll review dog songs.
It's one of the few story songs that actually has a real story.
A true story, right? And where the captain went on to a shelter?
No, the people that owned him came and got him.
Oh, perfect.
Yeah.
Nice. Yeah. All right. Well, now track 20 of 24.
Wow.
I know. Isn't that something?
It is. Oh.
This is pretty bad, man. I can't really
disagree. I think this is great.
Really? Oh, wait. I skipped it. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to do that. I didn't mean to do that.
That's all right. Let's talk about it.
I'll talk about it. It's an original that I did. I think
it's a great song.
What's it called?
Qualify.
Something. Qualify. Yeah, that's what it is. That's what it's called. It's yeah. The lyrics could be refined and revised. Doesn't hold up in that way. The piano is clangy. The Texas Instruments circuit bent.
I like the thing of how it does. You've got my number.
Yeah,
that's really good. And with the lyrics, and the lyrics are really strong.
Strong, like I don't know. Maybe it's because
they're not strong like untenable. They're strong like they're meaty. I like it.
I don't think the vocal line is as clear on its notes as the piano is.
Well, there may be some of that, but I don't think it detracts from the song too much.
Yeah. The human that's behind it at that time, it's not as clear.
I can tell you hate
it. Dude. I don't know. I mean, it's not representational of the best work that came out of the period.
In a funny way, though, that's a lot of this stuff is, you know, you and I are gonna have different sort of if not opinions, reactions to some of these things, because this is one of those songs for me that I really feel like it was an important part of your songwriting experience.
Oh, thank you. Well, as a representation of it would get better from here.
You have a line in the next part that's like, I hope we qualify. I hope we risk enough. And that, I think that's really powerful. I think it's really good stuff.
Thanks, man. Thanks. No, that's true. That's true.
It's hard to fit something like that into a song, and you do it really well. So,
thank you. Well, I'm glad that we decided 80 minutes would be our limit, and that's why there are 24 tracks represented on this album, which is silly. But as a time capsule for where we were at the time,
sure,
it works really well. What do you think track 22 is going to be?
The best song you've never heard.
3 minutes long is what it is. Here it comes. I'll be sure not to skip ahead. Unless it's got
It's 3 minutes long? It's a short one.
Unless it's got trumpet. Wait a minute. Here it is.
Hey, that's not it.
What?
That's not it.
This is track 22.
Yeah, you missed 21.
Oh. Well, here's track 22, so we know. It's a piano solo thing.
But that's not it.
Well, it is track 22. I'll go back to track 21. Track 20. Wait a minute. Is there? Oh, here's track 21. Here we go. This is the missing link right here, man.
Missing link?
Minute 30.
No more paper. No more pens. Stamps. To make amends, what was it you told me? Never mind. Never mind. And talking softly after day, something in you starts to stray. You're not the only. Never mind. Never mind. With open heart, happy eyes, begins the letter, conceals a lie, and no, I'm not lonely. Never mind. Never mind. If empty pages, broken lines, should ever find you down the line, just do what you told me. Never mind. Never mind.
There you go.
Dude, that is one of my favorite songs of all time. Of all time. Outside of our catalog, inside of our catalog.
Glad you like it.
It's so simple. I learned to play the banjo because of that song.
I think it is a big GCD.
Oh, you know it is. There's an F. You got to go way up. It's great. The lyrics go on. They're well done. It's a good theme.
Yeah, my favorite part in that is "You're not the only." Never mind.
Right. Oh, it was night and day to have the song qualify next to that song, Nevermind, on this album.
I don't know. They're different.
Yeah, qualify is pretty different. Where your song is singable and catchable, I performed it in public. On the bonus, there's a bunch of bonus performances of it.
I also like the empty paper part. That's my favorite.
Yeah, there's good tangible objects in the lyrics.
Empty paper is a weird thing. What is that? No one knows.
Right.
Yeah, we would decide that would be like a song that we would always play together, which I thought was fun. So that's a good one for the DLP, because it's like you and I could break out tomorrow post COVID-19 and break out a song on Nevermind, no problem.
It's true. It's true on almost any instrument. Yeah, this album contains Nevermind and You and the Rent, both of which show off your songwriting skills. Me and the Bus, not as much.
Nope.
But it is interesting to just think about how our solo work is represented here. This piece that we started before, track 22, little solo piano, not a whole lot to talk about. Multi-track solo piano, rocking out.
Is that supposed to be a song?
It goes on like that. Is it supposed to be a song that what?
I don't know. I don't know what that could be.
I think it's called The Box She Gave Me. You remember that title of the solo piano?
Yeah, but that doesn't fit in this timeline.
No,
I don't think that belongs on this album, actually.
Really?
Yeah, I think that snuck in there on us.
I'm going to give it a thumbs down then.
Good call, dude.
Don't forget, folks, that Jacob's got a CD there that actually will tell us the names of all these tracks and whether or not they exist.
Have them. We were pretty good until Nevermind, but then we
stopped writing them down.
Well, we're only 3 tracks from the end, so like, how bad can it get? So
that's right. That's right.
Yeah, there's.
Did you realize that track 20?
A couple other tracks, but like, do we even need to do them? I don't know.
Well, so we're here at track 23. It's 3 minutes and 9 seconds. It's been watched 7 times in its life.
On my thing, it says we've missed the goodness.
Is that listed under DLP2?
Yes, and there's a bonus that we've missed.
Right, I see the bonus coming up. That's 942.
And I don't know if we need to get into the bonus like too much.
Maybe this is the goodness.
If I had to pick one word to describe the goodness, it would be unintelligible. If I had to pick one word to describe the goodness, it would be in the mother tongue. If I had to pick one word to describe the goodness, I would pick another To all those who made a bunch, Don sends salutations. To all those feeling the crunch, Don's got reservations for you to go to lunch. Don Bones feels the goodness and passes it along. Don will loan you the goodness so you can pass it along. If you see Don on the subway, feel free to make it known. When I cast my ballot, I voted all alone.
Wow.
Wow. I know, man. Wow is all you can say about that.
So I think I figured out what happened. We had a hiccup, right? There was another song that came before this.
Right.
I think that might be called Song for the Tandberg.
Oh, I think that makes a lot of sense.
Or maybe not.
No, I think you're right. I think you're right. In honor of the Tandberg Reel to Reel.
I'll put it in and check it out, but it seems like it's from another era. But yeah, the goodness. So it's
that was nice.
It's mediocre on so many levels.
Well, I got to say, there's some very fast acoustic guitar strumming and some very fast bass. And this was the beginning of the era where I would bring a banjo over to your house.
Mm-hmm.
And it might be in really poor condition. And I would demand that you play it.
Demand.
And that's what you heard there.
It's a strong word, but yes.
Well, it's true, though. I mean, I didn't know how to play it myself. I just loved the banjo. I still couldn't play that riff in there. That's very nice.
Sure you could.
That's true, I could, but it would take some goodness.
Well, we got the goodness. The only thing left is the bonus.
Right, which I think we should dedicate a separate episode to speaking about all bonus materials because they would become a tradition. 85 tracks long. Do you want me to sample from this bonus right now? I mean, I don't know.
Yeah, why not?
I think we're
talking about a record. Let's talk about the bonus.
See, this is a bunch of nonsense.
No. There's a bonus track on this album.
I know that's what you just heard a moment of. That was from
it's got all that shit on it, huh?
The 2-minute mark, and now we move up into
Pretty Bird's Pet Store.
Where am I? It's like minute 5. See, I don't know if it translates well.
There's not much to say. I agree. Not much to say.
Well, here's another. Just 2 more. We'll give it 2 more moments, and then we can lay it to bed.
Oh, that's lovely.
Nice bedtime lullaby.
Yeah, it's beautiful. Oh, that's awful.
I know.
Yeah, so track 24, Don Lone's Project Volume 2, bonus material.
Enjoy it.
This is the ending of it.
It only works when you guys beat the crap out of
Do
it.
it to this one. No. 9. Well, shall we put it to this? Not you. Oh, you recorded that? I didn't know you recorded that.
Some nachos. I recorded that? I didn't know you recorded that.
That was really funny. I knew it would end well. But the 9 minutes prior, it's called bonus for a reason.
Oh, the nachos.
I'm proud of what Don Lone's Project Volume 2 represented because both you and I knew we would always be revising our own work.
Well, I don't know about always, but we would revise our own work.
Right. That would be the next thing we would do.
Yeah.
Right. Is take Don Lone's Project Volume 1 and Volume 2 best of and literally call it the best of the Don Lone's Project.
Which seems really stupid.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, it makes you wonder what would we have been doing if we hadn't tried to remix some of these things, but we'll walk through the best of, probably not with the same pace that you've gotten.
We're gonna skip around on the best of. Yeah, we're not going through one by one here on that best of, because you've heard them all before. They're just like remixes or retracks, and we can talk about that, but
it will be interesting to talk about what we did differently.
Yeah, and that'll be cool, but like to go through every track, no.
I understand.
If it's a like dead on thing we've already heard, I say like we just vote to skip it.
Yep. Yeah. No. Exactly.
We got to get to the Rutland album. We got to get to Steely Dan.
We got to get to Rutland. All right.
All right. Still going, man.
Still going. Another Doncast.
Oh, what a lovely time.
I had a blast, man, and congratulations to the both of us.
Did you get that?
We didn't give out any awards.
Oh, my award is to you for writing the song Nevermind.
My award is to you for being just a stand-up fucking citizen.
Until next time, thanks, folks, for tuning in.
All right.